Crap.
We're Heath and Alyssa. We started RVing during our honeymoon in 2014 and instantly fell in love with travel. We full-time RV'd for 5 years in the States before coming up with the crazy idea of RVing in foreign countries. In this series, we're RVing across Italy with our 4-month-old daughter, Ellie. A couple days ago, we drove south from Cinque Terre down to the small town of Castagneto Carducci, where we met up with our friends Jed and Michelle. Jed and Michelle are here in Tuscany doing a work exchange with a woman named Chicca, who runs a cooking school out of her own kitchen and also does food tours. So she has let us park our RVs here in her garden, and we're about to go on a food tour.
One of the things we did last summer when we were in Canada that we had never done before was go on a food tour. We had heard people do this, but we didn't really know what it was. And so we went on a food tour in Banff, and you basically just walk around to some of the best restaurants sourced by somebody who's local and try all of their favorite curated things, which was...
You just eat.
It was kind of a life-changing experience, which sounds ridiculous. But when we were in Italy, if there was one thing we were gonna splurge on, we knew it was gonna be a food tour. This is currently where they have us camping.
So we're gonna learn about wine here, because Bulgaria is the heart of the winemaking in this area. And then we're gonna learn a little bit about the Italian food, about how to order in a restaurant, and the food that you're eating.
You should hold her.
Oh.
You should hold her while I get this on.
All right, and then just put it straight on like that.
She really is the happiest little kid.
Can you say ciao?
So you know what? I hope people aren't like, did this guy steal this baby?
The name of the town we're in right now is Bulgari. It's about 15 minutes away from where we're staying on the olive farm, and we learned that the family who lives in this castle, which there is still a family that lives in the castle, they've lived here for over 1,000 years. And the Count, who is over 90 years old, she said we might see him today because he still goes to work every day. He said the secret to living a long, happy life, olive oil and wine.
Oh, steep steps. We spent the next 2 hours learning about the history of the family who still lives in this castle in the tiny Italian town of Bulgari. We toured their winery and even got to watch them press grapes to prepare new wines. And, of course, we got to taste a few.
We didn't just drink wine, but they actually gave us our first ever tasting class. So we learned how to properly, swirl the wine. She did not have any, contrary to these noises, but food tour is off to a great start. Is that okay?
So in Italy, you have to think that the order of food is very important. We have different courses.
Il prosciutto crudo.
Okay, this is prosciutto, ham, prosciutto,
Salamella.
salami. This is salami.
Ok, I due pecorini.
These are two different types of pecorino.
E il lozzino.
This is a capocollo.
Esatto.
After the antipasti, usually you get the first course, which is pasta, rice.
I know, it's like...
So for our next course, we're having fish and potatoes. So we're having a codfish, and then they've got a potato, mashed potato, and then like a potato puree as like a sauce.
Basically fish and chips.
Basically fish and chips, but like a way fancier version.
So good. So this is gelato, which is wild boar. And what they do is they marinate it overnight, and they stew it so it's really tender. And that's how they make the sauce for this. It's really, really good.
I'm just laughing at you guys.
She's entertained by the placemat. The men are finishing off the last bottle of wine, and then we're gonna go get gelato.
We've had so much food today. It's amazing and delicious. And the best thing about food tours is that it's not just about eating food, it's about learning the area, learning about the sequences of how you're supposed to eat Italian meals. It's really fun.
We're going to get gelato.
We've had gelato every single day since we've been in Italy. Like, I was thinking about it, if we've missed it, we haven't. We've had gelato every single day since we've been here. But why not, right? Pasta and gelato, we've had it every day. It's still delicious. I got stracciatella e bulgari.
Ti amo. Which is like pistachio and cookies.
It looks incredible. This magic moment.
Ricotta.
Grazie. Your face. Is it good?
It's the best thing I've ever had.
So we started the day with a true wine tasting where we learned all about how the wine was made, and we tasted 2 wines. Then we went to our first restaurant where we had antipasto along with another wine, a rosé. Then we went to a restaurant where we had a fish and potato course, another red wine, and then an amazing bowl of pasta. And then we finished with Heath's favorite,
gelato. If you asked me what we had today, I would just say like we had a bunch of really good meals, and then we had gelato and espresso. Which to me, it's like you can have a very average meal and then have gelato and espresso, and it turns it into a really good meal.
That's very true.
But we had really great meals and gelato and espresso, so it was a fantastic food tour. We learned a lot about this little town, and this was a great stop. I think for me, one of the things I've enjoyed most about Italy have actually been the last couple days. There's been a lot of things that were higher on our list of like touristy locations like Venice, but being able to come to this little town that has such an amazing history, like hundreds and hundreds of years of history that I've never heard of before. It wasn't even on our radar to come over here. This is one of the reasons why I love traveling in general, is just coming across places like this.
We're trying to like vlog and walk down a hill.
With a baby.
And now to leave the small town of Bulgari, we have to walk through the castle tower. I love it.
New favorite destination ever, which is a castle slash winery. I was looking at the sign, I got really excited because I thought it was a castle, and she said no it is. But I was like, no, it's a winery. She said it's both. Amazing. Italy.